Welcome, everybody. John Zager, good morning. How is everyone? Sunday morning, yeah, 7:25 here in Colorado. Partly cloudy skies. Supposed to be a nice day up into the high 80s, 88, 89. Got really hot yesterday as well. And I think we're supposed to get rain on Monday, Tuesday. Thought it said thunder showers on Monday and rain on Tuesday. So it's beautiful. Everything's really green and lush. Hope everybody's fine, having a good weekend. People are pretty much gone from where I live, the town that I live in. It seems like nobody's in town this weekend. Everything's empty. So, first real big weekend where folks are up in the mountains. Yay. It's a great place to be. Today's topic, more meditation, medicine, and probably a couple other conversations thrown in there as well. So yesterday late, I got into talking about the benefits of meditation. And I might touch on one or two of those and then expand on other ones. There's just so many benefits to meditation. Psychology used to be how you treated emotional problems, right? And it still is. The world hasn't completely shut it off. I mean, it still is. And there's bunches of people that are getting into it and, they're fascinated by it. And, it works. Tons of people actually go to therapy and counseling to get well. And it works for the most part. Neuroscience seems to be the newest trend in dealing with sickness and ill health. Because it cuts to the chase. It says, here's the science behind what's going on and how to fix it. So I have talked about, instead of going to 5 years of psychotherapy to deal with your emotions and the pain and the hurt from growing up, and it was mom's fault or dad's fault or all that stuff. Science just says, here's what you need to do to get through that. We need to, as they say, prune those neuron connections that have been hardwired since early on, and we need to put together new neuron connections so that you don't feel the way you feel. You don't have the emotional issues that you have. Along with the neuroscience comes meditation. Neuroscience talks about the brain and your emotions, right? All right. And they're very good at just explaining, here's the why it happens. Here's the how you fix it. And it just eliminates all the sidebars. One of the tools required in neuroscience may be, and probably most all the time, is meditation. Meditation, as we all know, allows you to get out of the conscious side of your head, over and past the analytic you, and down into your subconscious where you can actually do the work. And as you meditate more and more and get better and better, it becomes easier to make the changes. Meditation allows you to get in touch with the subconscious so that you got a better handle on what you have to prune apart, which neurons, connections, and it allows you to practice putting together new neuron connections. Healthier. I think that says a lot for meditation. I mean, that's just one aspect, and there's hundreds of benefits to meditation. I'm just picking one right now, and we're just talking about how you might not need to go to a counselor or a therapist or, a psychologist. Nothing wrong with them. It does work. But it's kind of like trying to make matter change matter. It takes a long time. I'm not saying not. I'm just saying maybe you can get through a lot of this stuff through meditation, neuroscience. What's an example? You guys probably want an example. Maybe I'll come up with a couple. Anxiety's real prevalent in our society today, yeah? And there's probably counselors, therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists making millions and billions of dollars today in the world treating anxiety. And they have all kinds of methods. And I'm sure for the most part they all work. Some probably better than others, better success rates. Some probably stick a little bit better. And that's all fine and good. Right? Neuroscience just says anxiety is the result of this. Here's the science behind it. Here, go read this. I'm going to give you guys a clue here, which you all know, and I'm probably the last to find out. All right? On the internet, there's that website called Pinterest. Now, I'm an older guy, so I'm not real, current with all this new stuff, right? I don't even know if you call it a website. I guess it's more of an app. And I'm actually very active in it, and I'm building up huge numbers of people, and they call them pins and boards. And of course, my boards are psychology, neuroscience, self-healing, meditation, my blogging, my podcasts, YouTube, just stuff like that. But type in neuroscience or psychology or brain or anxiety or just type in something in that industry. It'll give you the latest research, documented, without you having to go to the library and go through all of the medical books. Now take it with a grain of salt by all means, because it's not 100% proof, but most of the stuff in there has a reference that legitimizes it and documents it as science and research. Go in there and just read about anxiety and the different treatments available. Go into neuroscience/anxiety and see how they treat it. Go into meditation/anxiety and see the benefits of how it's treated. Type in meditation benefits. I'm just blown away, by the benefits of meditation. Used to have high blood pressure, right? And I've been working the program, and part of the program is doing my meditation. I attribute, 80% of my recovery to the meditation. And as I continue to get better and better at hitting the sweet spot in the meditation, my blood pressure just drops and drops, and it's bottoming out. I don't know. Phenomenal. What's something we talked about yesterday, which was pertinent, I just wanted to touch on again today, is that meditation will eliminate over 1,000 negative, unhealthy, diseased genes. So when we say down-regulate, I don't know, maybe I don't spend enough time on that area, but, down-regulating is flushing out all of those diseased genes or a particular diseased gene. One of the ways, part of the way to do that, part of the process in doing that, may be or include meditation. Over the, 43 years or whatever it's been of doing clinical stuff with people here and there and research and all, I've run across people with diseases, and through the help of meditation, they've eliminated them. I look at myself. We all have some, as we age, we get different disease type traits or symptoms or whatever it happens to be. Mine are gone. I attribute that to I don't know, I'm kind of stuck on this 80% today, but probably around 80% of my flushing that particular gene out of my system, down-regulating, the result of meditation. And it did go into everything from cardiovascular disease to diabetes to, they just went through a whole list of just what they could put on this little blurb paragraph around the types of diseases that are part of the 1,000 plus. I would kind of like to, and maybe I will go look this up. I would like to see all 1,000 plus diseases that can be downregulated by doing meditation. I think that'd be phenomenal just to see that. The opposite is true with meditation, is that you can upregulate healthy genes, cells, which strengthen the immune system. Right? So, meditation has both sides of that coin. Getting rid of and bringing back in genes negative and healthy. The one that I would like you guys to go check out, regardless of age, it doesn't matter. Obviously, as you get a little bit older, it might be more important. Nitric oxide. There are ways, several ways, that we get nitric oxide. The sun, being outdoors, different vitamins and minerals that we may take, different vitamins and minerals we get in our food, our diet, our exercise. Meditation increases your nitric oxide. I don't know how I can say that's big. That's huge. That's huge. Exercise enhances nitric oxide. People that work out, people in the gym that are actually working out are there for the purpose of working out. Not everybody goes there for that. They're just healthy. They have no cardiovascular issues. Because the nitric oxide dilates, opens up the veins and arteries to allow the oxygen to flow and the blood to flow freely, unrestricted, unconstricted. Therefore, eliminating high blood pressure. Huge, you guys. That's huge. That's big, big, big. Just amazing. Here's another advantage of meditation that we're going to it's not related to the physical stuff we've just been talking about, but maybe kind of on the emotional side, the mental health side. And go research mindfulness. Mindfulness is staying present. You're not in the past, you're not in the future. You're current with what's going on right now, this very moment, as you're on the planet. And by staying present, things happen. You have a greater sense of compassion. Toward the world, towards people, towards yourself. You know, you have a bigger sense of forgiveness, tolerance, acceptance, change. You're not, far right, far left. All the ugly stuff we see on the internet and TV is not mindfulness. It's kind of like bigotry. All of those people. And again, the reason we see that stuff is that it attracts viewers. So that's, where the dollar is. But they probably don't meditate. Meditation offers you mindfulness. I was listening to, what's his name? Simon Sinek? Really neat guy. Brilliant guy. Kind of educated himself, worked his way up in, I think it was marketing or something, or advertising, and became very highly successful, brilliant. Got into mindfulness. I don't remember how, but he did. Started speaking out there, everywhere. Wasn't planning on doing it. His whole concept was what, how, and why. And the people who advertise always start off with what I have, how it works, and here's why I'm doing it. I want money. And they're not successful. This is Simon talking. And again, I'm just trying to do a very good job of relaying his concept, okay? So, what he was saying was the way to be successful in anything is you start off with the why. Why am I doing this? Because I care about you. And then talk about how you do it and what your product is. Huh. How brilliant is that? This is a person who went from, I'll use the word Manhattan. I don't know where he was, but some probable New York City big firm or something. The other thing that struck me, this is a man who probably meditates pretty heavily. He went off to Afghanistan or something in 2008 or 9 or I don't remember, 11, somewhere in there. All, what's the correct word? Self-contained. He was all about himself. Up until this point, right? His life had been me, narcissistic. How can this benefit me? We're talking about meditation here, you guys. Mindfulness. And what benefit it can have. We talked just briefly about physical stuff. Now I'm on the emotional side. The mental health side. And so he goes to Afghanistan, and as he said, everything went wrong, and it turned out to be not about me, Simon. And I don't know, probably through a couple temper tantrums and, that kind of behavior. And then came to this epiphany, this realization that the purpose in life is about the success of others. And as a result, you'll make probably an income off of that. And so he resigned himself to whatever he was doing at the time and in life would get refocused on the purpose is really about the success of others. I mean, life altering. I don't think you just acquire those kinds of bits of information out of the sky blue. I think meditation is a means to arrive at that spot. The benefit to that kind of meditating is equal to downregulating a disease when you can change your life around. What he basically did there is he pruned apart old neuron connections and rewired new neuron connections. Hey, there's the first monarch butterfly of the season. Wow. That is really cool. So, you guys get the gist. You get the takeaway. Huge podcast. Good podcast on meditation. I'm currently trying to get me 10 people. 10 or 12. I don't want it over 12. That would like to get in a meditation class, meditation group. I'll do training, education, and we'll do some meditation, by the way, some energy healing, some mindfulness. Just, there's so much to do with meditation. We'll do some self-healing So, I don't know. I'm on the eastern slope over here in Colorado, and if there's anybody nearby who would like to hop into that group, I'd sure like to get enough people to do one. I don't know, just jzager@gmail.com. That's my email address. You can get my phone number and text me or call me, through, I don't know, I think they have it on LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter and probably my website, johnzager.com. I'm pretty easy to track down and get a hold of. I don't think that's a tough one, but if you're interested in doing that kind of work, I was thinking about, I don't know how many sessions. I've thought about 5. And the money is going to be minimal. That's probably why I stay poor all the time. Somewhere's between, I don't know, a couple $100 or less probably. And, or if you know anybody who might have an interest, we could also do, and I'm also into this, Skype. I mean, there's a lot of work that's being done online through Skype, and I can certainly do individual meditation work or consultation, education with individuals or groups through Skype. Be creative, you guys. Be creative. Anyhow, probably past my 1 minute mark, so hope you all have a great day. God bless one another. Take care of each other. And I'll look forward to talking to you all again real soon. See you. Bye.